Today we will talk about the misconceptions about Abraham Lincoln. Was Abraham Lincoln really an abolitionist? Well, not completely. To Lincoln, the idea of owning a person didn't really make sense. But it also didn't make sense that African Americans could think the same or be at the same level of white Americans. He was against the idea of slavery, but not for racial equality like the meme to the left suggests. Lincoln never said during his campaign that he wanted to abolish slavery in the South. In fact, he said that he was okay with slavery staying in the South. He just wanted to prevent it from moving to the westward territories or being in newly admitted states. This clearly upset the southern states, but the southern states breaking off from the Union, claiming that their slaves were going to be taken away, was simply unwarranted. Most white Americans who were abolitionists at the time also were not for racial equality. It's not to say that there was not white Americans for that. They just were not the majority, and they would have been an outspoken minority. What about the Emancipation Proclamation? Was that really all it was made out to be? Well, first, it didn't free any slaves. It didn't free slaves in West Virginia, which is just shown as a county on this map. It wasn't a state yet. It would break off from Virginia in the Civil War or shortly after the Civil War. Maryland, Delaware, Kentucky, and Missouri all were allowed to keep their slaves in order to prevent them from breaking off from the Union, as well as this small county in Louisiana down here, which was part of the Union territory. The proclamation also did not free slaves in the South because the South considered themselves their own country, the Confederacy. Therefore, the President of the United States had no legal authority over the President of the country, the Confederacy. The proclamation was really used as a political stunt more so than a legal stunt. When it was issued, Abraham Lincoln wanted to rally the Union troops so that they would continue fighting and hopefully win the war. When this proclamation was issued, also non-abolitionists got upset in the Union because they were not fighting the war to end slavery. They were fighting the war to keep the states together, and Abraham Lincoln actually sent a general to parts of the Union to tell them that they were not fighting for slaves, they were fighting for Uncle Sam. Lincoln also did not believe that the Emancipation Proclamation had any legal authority because the president has no constitutional powers to declare people free. The constitutionality of it was really thrown out of the equation when the 13th Amendment was passed, because now it didn't matter what the Emancipation Proclamation said because it was amended in a constitution that you could not own slaves. Why do we believe this stuff if it isn't true? Where are people coming up with these ideas? Well, these ideas about Abraham Lincoln are long-standing. They have been around for generations and generations, and they probably will continue to be around for generations. The internet makes it easy for us to find information which is not factual, and continue to use non-factual information, like the meme that was shown 2 slides earlier, just one of many memes which portray Abraham Lincoln as an abolitionist or a great person who did things that he did not actually do, that portray him beyond his real historical achievements. Films and existing videos on YouTube also reassert these misconceptions about Lincoln, specifically Steven Spielberg's movie Lincoln, which a researcher found that it feels so aesthetically appealing that people who watch it think that it is historically true because it looks historically true, when in reality the writers of the film most likely knew that what they were writing wasn't exactly right, and it fits into a lot of cliches that already exist about Abraham Lincoln. The best we can do is point out information that isn't true about him when we see it, and remember that not all historical figures did all great things, and I'd like to say that Abraham Lincoln did right things for the wrong reasons, and that's okay. I hope you learned something from this video.